Disney reinstates director James Gunn for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Exclusive redemption and second chances have long been superhero movie staples, and today it looks like life has imitated art. I've learned that the decision to rehire Gunn, he was fired last July by Disney after alt-right journalists made public a fusillade of decade-old social media missives that made light of pedophilia and rape. Was one that was mulled and actually made months ago, following conversations with Disney studio leadership and the team at Marvel Studios. Why the change of heart? The social media messages were indefensible, but the filmmaker never did anything but blame himself for poor judgment displayed at a time when he was emerging from the Troma film factory and attempting to be a provocateur. There were no reports. Ultimately, Gunn's missives were poorly chosen words and not actions, though Disney's quick trigger was completely understandable when the social media messages were first reported by outlets like Fox News. Those outlets report Marvel Studios has remained mum on all details concerning Guardians of the Galaxy 3, as the lead division turned its focus toward Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame. Marvel this week, prior to his dismissal, Gunn had written a script which Marvel confirmed would be used for the third Guardians of the Galaxy installment. I expect Gunn to. There will be an inevitable chorus of those who will gripe about Gunn's return, but creatively, Guardians will benefit from his return. The entire cast. Soon after the announcement of Gunn's firing, fans circulated a petition urging Disney to reconsider. On October 3, Disney is days from closing its acquisition of the assets of Fox, and while the company will always be family first, it is somehow reassuring that there is room for second chances, and for a good director to have a chance to overcome a colossally stupid mistake. Yuda and the Safran Company rep Gunn.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.